So it's Friday, July 31st, and there is a lot of shit swirling around Donald Trump this morning. I got a few things to talk about. Let's do it. All right, so one thing that we've had absolutely no misunderstanding about for a very long time is that there is some kind of a connection between our president, Donald J. Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein, who killed himself in jail a while back. Now, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell is also in jail. She's charged with a number of crimes, including sex trafficking with children, blah, 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 blah. A lot of things going on. At the same time, we have yesterday, Donald Trump decided to tweet something pretty salacious. So let's talk about a few different things that are going on, and we'll go from there. This is gonna be one of those episodes where I'm not going to go after just one thing. There's a lot happening. Several days ago, I did an episode about Roy Den Hollander. Now, he is the lawyer that dressed up as a FedEx guy and then shot Judge Esther Salas's husband and killed her son, and then later killed himself. There seems to be a lot of suicide surrounding Jeffrey Epstein. Now, this judge that Roy Den Hollander shot her husband and son, she is handling a case involving Deutsche Bank funds and money laundering involving Jeffrey Epstein. Now, late last evening or early this morning, a whole bunch of documents, sealed documents from the testimony in the case against Maxwell have been released online. Now, down in the description, I'm going to send a link to these documents. This is what those document pages look like. They come in a bunch of PDFs. So it's called the Court Listener is the page, and this is where it was all dumped. And there is a lot of stuff in here. The most recent, though, there is a whole lot. And contained within this is some sealed testimony from this woman, Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Now, she has been in the news before. She is not just coming into this. She is become a sex trafficking advocate. She lives, I believe, in Australia now. But she recounts her tale of when she was 15 years old, working at Mar-a-Lago. Do you remember who owns Mar-a-Lago? Working at Mar-a-Lago down in Florida, and she was approached by Maxwell to go to Jeffrey Epstein's home and give him a massage. This massage turned into sex and turned into a repeating thing. And she goes in and explains all of the things that happened over her time being involved with Epstein and Maxwell. Now, what she also does, and she actually did this a while back, I think last year or almost 2 years ago, she outed Prince Andrew, British royal. And there's been a lot of fallout from that. And in fact, Prince Andrew has been investigated, as far as I understand, by the FBI. So this all popped, and in there was, there was some pretty powerful people that are leaked in this testimony. Of course, Prince Andrew is mentioning, but another one is Alan Dershowitz, who is a Harvard law professor. He's been very vocal, and then also who is specifically named in these documents. And again, I'm not going to show the documents. I'm not going to go through them all here. I don't have the time for that. If you want to go look them up, go look them up. Again, link down in the description. But Bill Clinton is named in there. They talk a lot about Jeffrey Epstein's private island. Now, before I go any further, because I'm mentioning Alan Dershowitz and Bill Clinton, both are very prominent figures on the liberal progressive front of modern American politics. And I certainly don't want anybody to be confused. I am very left. I am very much a progressive, very much a liberal. I vote Democrat, no doubt about it. Of course, I'm anti-Trump if you've watched anything on my channel. But with that said, if you are, I don't care who you are, prominent Democrat, middle of the road Democrat, lonely county executive Democrat. I don't care who you are. If you are engaged in a child sex trafficking ring or you are having sex with children, fuck you. You need to go down. I don't care if it's Bill Clinton. I don't care if it's Hillary Clinton. You know, there's all the rumors that have gone on for years about them suiciding people. If this coming out was the reason why Epstein is dead, I mean, it could also be Trump. She talks about Trump being on the island as well. There's plenty of video that NBC has released over the years showing Trump buddying up with Jeffrey Epstein. He claims to not know him and that, his relationship with him was tertiary at best. But a lot of what you're seeing refutes that. So go look these documents up. The other thing that came out yesterday, Donald. So Donald decided to tweet this. With universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote. Now, as you can imagine, the fallout from this was extraordinary. The first major news outlet to report this was actually the BBC, probably because he tweeted early in the morning, although this says 8:46. The article popped after I shot yesterday's video, so of course I didn't get a chance to jump on this one. I would have loved to if I had known this was going to come out. But this is a couple of different indicators here of his state of mind. First and foremost, Donald Trump is paranoid. He's terrified of what the events or the actual outcome of this election is going to be in November. It is clear if you look at polling, which again, you can't always trust polling, but if you look at polling, he is down in the polls in every swing state in the country. Additionally, yesterday, shortly after this tweet came out, or right around the same time, as a matter of fact, the GDP report for the second quarter was released. And those numbers are atrocious. Now, this is a full GDP during COVID, during the shutdowns. Well, most of the country was shut down. Of course, there are plenty of Republican states that did not shut down. But this report shows a 32% drop in GDP. Now, just to give you, in case you didn't catch the news on any of this, a GDP drop of a few percentage points is a recession. A GDP drop of nearly 10% is catastrophic. And the Great Depression back in the 20s into the 30s was only in the mid-teens. And our GDP dropped 32%. Now, I've been saying over a number of different videos recently that we have not seen the real effects of this pandemic and what it's doing to our economy. There's going to be a trickle effect. So this 32% drop is the first 3 months, but there are supply chains that have been messed up. Our working pool has been messed up. Money has been dumped into the economy through the stimulus packages, trillions of dollars that have been dumped through stimulus into the economy, but that money's not coming anymore. Once again yesterday, after the $600 boost to unemployment ended, the Senate decided to go to recess without addressing it again. So that now this coming week, today's Friday, so next week's unemployment checks for people will not have that extra $600 in it anymore. That is going to further stall the economy because that is a lot of money not being pumped into the economy. People don't save that money. They don't pay down debt with that money. They spend that money. They buy food. They travel around locally, hopefully. They eat out. They shop for clothing. Summer's getting ready to end pretty soon. You got to get fall clothing, get kids ready for school that they may be forced to go to even though it's not safe. So we're going to see a further jump on that. And that's going to be absolutely tragic. The other thing that we saw yesterday, because again, it was a day full of news and I'm just getting a chance to report on it today. Herman Cain died. Now, Herman Cain was he ran for president for the Republican Party several years ago, and he died of coronavirus. Now, what's especially tragic about this is that he died of coronavirus that he contracted at a Trump rally. And at that very same Trump rally, he was tweeting out photos of himself proudly not wearing a mask, saying that his rights were not going to be withheld. And he died because he was stupid. Wear your damn mask. Wear your damn mask. This is not a conspiracy theory. You are not being lied to. This is not a control attempt by the government to hurt us all and chip us and all. My God, you people that are out there. My post about America's frontline doctors, that sham of a press conference that occurred several days ago with all the doctors out there in the white lab coats perfectly staged with a handy cam shot by Breitbart. Hydroxychloroquine is not saving us. Zinc is not saving us. You can't drink silver. This is a real, dangerous, and deadly disease that is still spreading around our country because too many people are listening to the wrong bits of information and thinking that they are safe. And they're simply not. It is not safe for the kids to go back to school yet. It is not safe for professional athletes to play in stadiums full of people. It is not safe for concerts yet. There are a number of things that are not safe. And obviously, for Herman Cain, it wasn't safe to go to a Trump rally. Now, in his defense, Trump has now decided to cancel his public convention for the Republican Party. But, man, there is a shitstorm out there right now. And I don't think people are done being suicided in the Epstein case. I think there's going to be more of this to come. Hopefully this information continues to get leaked out. I think it's great that we got some new information today. Take the time. Again, link down in the description. Go check it out. What do you think about today's video? You think there's more coming? Do you think Donald Trump can delay the election? Oh, by the way, we didn't really say anything about that. Just so you know, it takes an act of Congress to delay the election. And even if the election is delayed, if we get to January without an election and having results, then he still loses power at the end of January. And at that point, the Speaker of the House becomes the president. So that would be Nancy Pelosi. I'm all for that. All right. If you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to comment below. I love interacting with you guys. I can't interact with every hateful comment that I get because it does seem like I've attracted a lot of Trump supporter attention. But I'll try to. You know, even if you hate what I say, subscribe to the channel. You can get mad at me every day and comment every day. I would love the traffic, man. Bring it in. So anyway, thank you for watching today's episode of the Daily Octane. I'm sure I'll have something else for you in a few days. Keep in mind, I do not record these episodes on the weekends. It's just Monday through Friday. I always have stuff going on the weekends, but I enjoy doing this, and I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can. Thank you again for watching today's episode of the Daily Octane. See you on Monday. Be safe this weekend.